Platters of cavatelli marinara, antipasto rustico, mussels, sausages, chicken fra diavolo. A host of Italian favorites appeared at every table amid the balloons, confetti, and champagne as the disc jockey blasted out old tunes and we wildly danced. Patrick and Suzanne swirled among us, radiating joy. Love hopes all things, the Bible says. I hoped for Patrick and Suzanne. But I also had a reason to be optimistic about their marriage. I knew some things about their personalities because both had taken my personality test, a series of questions I had devised to establish some basic things about a person's biological temperament. Both had told me their test results. And from these data, I was confident that Patrick's particular chemical profile would complement Suzanne's, creating a biological and psychological cocktail that could keep them captivated with each other for years. We have many inborn tendencies. Indeed, scientists now believe some 50% of the variations in human personality are associated with genetic factors. We inherit much of the fabric of our mind. But what is personality? Psychologists define it as that distinct cluster of thoughts and feelings that color all of a person's actions. Your personality is more than just your biology, of course. Personality is composed of two fundamentally different types of traits, those of character and those of temperament. Your character traits stem from your experiences, your childhood games, your parents' interests and values, how people in your community express love and hate, what relatives and friends regard as polite, dangerous, or exciting, how they worship, what they sing, when they laugh, what they do to make a living and relax. These and innumerable other cultural forces combine to build your unique set of character traits. The balance of your personality is your temperament, all of those biologically based tendencies you have inherited. Traits that emerge in early childhood to produce your consistent patterns of feeling, thinking, and behaving. As the Spanish philosopher José Ortega y Gasset put it, I am plus my circumstances. Temperament is the I am, the foundation of who you are. Curiosity, creativity, novelty-seeking, compassion, cautiousness, competitiveness. To some degree, you inherit these and many other aspects of your disposition. It was this part of the human spirit that I had examined in Patrick and Suzanne, their biological temperament. No one knows precisely how many traits of temperament we human beings inherit, but studies of identical twins suggest we inherit many. Take the Giggle twins, as they were called by staff members of the Minnesota Twin Study in the 1970s, because these women would erupt with peals of laughter at the slightest jest or turn of phrase. Daphne and Barbara were born to an unmarried Finnish student living in England in 1939. Barbara was adopted by an English groundskeeper who worked in a public park, while Daphne grew up in the home of a wealthy metallurgist. Yet when they first came together again at age 39 as part of the Minnesota Twin Study, which focused on identical twins reared apart, both loved good pranks and both had giggled all their lives. Both regularly sat on their hands to keep from nervously gesticulating. Both had dyed their hair auburn. Both were effusively energetic. Both hated math and sports. Both avoided commercial television. Both preferred the color blue. Both were unwilling to give political opinions, and both had met their husbands at age 16 at a town hall dance and married in the autumn. Their IQ scores were nearly identical too, despite Daphne's expensive education and Barbara's far more modest schooling. Coincidence? Psychologist Thomas Bouchard, director of the Minnesota Twin Study, unearthed so many stories like this one that in the 1980s he proposed that dozens of personality traits have a degree of heritability. Among those with the strongest genetic links, he reported, were traditionalism, the willingness to capitulate to authority, aggressiveness, the drive to lead, and the appetite for attention. As he wrote in 1984, both the twin studies and the adoption studies converge on the surprising finding that common family environmental influences play only a minor role in the determination of personality. In recent decades, human behavior